You stop speaking up at work and you think it's a confidence problem. It's not. There are two modes most burned out professionals cycle through without even realizing it. The first one is the one you started in. The second one is why you've gone quiet. The first one is the prove mindset. You're trying to demonstrate competence, raising your hand, hitting your targets, taking the stretch project, showing your value. That's what most of us look like when we actually care about the work. The second mindset is the protect mindset. And this is where it gets real. Protect mode means you are no longer trying to look good. You are trying to not look bad. Those are two completely different things. Let's say you're in a meeting and your manager pitches an idea that you know there's a huge problem with. In prove mode, you're going to flag it and say something. But in protect mode, you're going to sit there and say absolutely nothing, because the risk of speaking up and being wrong, or worse, being right and making your boss look bad, feels way bigger than the risk of letting the project fail. Or there's a process that's broken and everyone knows it. In prove mode, you're going to bring a solution. In protect mode, you keep your head down because the last person that raised a concern got labeled not a team player. The best way to avoid making an error is to do nothing. Organizations that stress people into protect mode end up with entire teams biased towards inaction. Everyone just stops. And the wild part is, the organization did that. Those people didn't choose to check out. The system taught them that checking out was the safest option. I picked this up from a book I read last month called Leadership is Language by L. David Marquette. It's obviously a leadership book, not necessarily a burnout book, but it describes exactly what I see in my coaching every single week. By the way, I'm Tara. I'm a burnout and career coach. So if you've been sitting in meetings, saying nothing, and beating yourself up about it, let me take that off the table for you. That's a completely rational response to a system that made speaking up more dangerous than staying quiet. Your brain did the math, and it did the math correctly. And now you can see it. That's data that you can work with. Once you know you're in protect mode, you can start asking better questions. Is this a system I can influence from the inside? Is there a way to test whether speaking up is actually punished, or am I working on old information? Or is this environment one where protect mode is really the only viable option? And if that's the case, is that a sign that something bigger needs to change? Be sure to tap follow if this is where you are right now.